All right, Amanda, bring us home. Last panelist of the summit. Here we go.
Here I am.
All right, you've been in the business since 2016. One of the reasons why you're up here is you and your team went from 180 units closed in 2023, 281 in 2024, or, I don't know, just 101 units added.
Thank
You
you.
can clap for that. Yep. And the goal this year is 394. I didn't ask you on the phone, and I don't know, why not just round up to 400?
Yeah, you said, you were like, do you want me to put that number specifically? And I was like, well, I mean, that is the specific goal. But yeah, let's just make it 400.
There we go. Let's just go to 4. All right, good. So you've been through systems of real estate, listing mastery, team building, sales rocket, and one-on-one coaching since 23 with us. You run a listing first business. Tell us what you mean by that.
So, I had the pleasure of going to Lead Up earlier in 2024, and that was before the NAR changes. So, of course, I was heavily inspired to, kind of double down on our listing business because, as you guys all know, listers last.
Yeah, control the commission.
Exactly. So I came away from that. I think one of my questions in the mastermind was like, how do I start doing this? And you guys actually gave me a lot of really great tips. So I ran right home and implemented all of that. But a lot of it, came down to training my team. And focusing more on the skills of it all. It's easy to have a training every quarter on how to take more listings, but it was really, I took listing mastery with you, and I took that and dissected it, just like you did. So we did a 3-month. How do you list more homes? How do you ask for price reductions? I think we had 50 listings when I went back home, and that was a lot for us. And we were holding on to a lot of them, because of everything that was coming and all of that. And so we were able to get, obviously, all of those sold and take more and get those sold quicker. So
yeah, I love that. And I remember that conversation during that particular lead up because, we didn't know what it was going to look like. So we just decided we're going all in on sellers, right?
Yes.
So 180 to 281 units. You mentioned to me that it was because you were doubling down on a piece of business. And it sounds like you were doubling down on database and social media.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So we doubled down on, database. We do, similar to Nikki, we do tons of events. So we doubled down on our events because we wanted to get back into the community and create those opportunities. And I think that went hand in hand with social media as well. So we utilized our events and all of the things that we were doing. We do about one a month, and we throw that for, some are community-based and some are past client-based. So we'll do the pop buys, and then we'll do something, like an ice cream social or Santa pictures, things like that for the local community. But we were really intentional about making the videos on a lot of that. A lot of that gets missed because you get so busy planning your events that you forget to take the picture and, show everybody, what you're doing. So we really kind of doubled down on that, making sure we had people there that were getting the content, putting that out there, and inviting our local community to come and meet us. So
what I love about that and what I heard in that is you really treat your social media like it is your database. Like it is not just layered on top. It is your database. Your friends on Facebook, your followers on Instagram, that is your database. So how do you use social media as a tool to generate seller business? So,
just kind of engulfing our entire selves into it. So I think we talked a lot about it in the pre-appointment. So it's multi-layered, right? So we have 200 reviews in different spots, on all the platforms.
So you're going through that list and checking.
Exactly. When you're going over that, I'm like, okay, we do that. All right, maybe work on that. But our online reputation has always been really important. All 5-star reviews, that's a big part of it.
And I know that you've been able to grow your team with agents that are like-minded, that you want to be in business with. And you did that through using a mastermind model. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. So the mastermind, Kate helped me come up with this wonderful idea. So thank you, Kate. And she walked me through the whole process. But it was really awesome because we wanted to, it was twofold. So we wanted to get in front of other agents in the local community. Because as you guys know, in your local community, there's nothing better than working with an agent that you've already met or know or trust. It's like, I want to work with that person, right? So we wanted to have that. And we also wanted to be perceived as the leader, in our market. So I figured if buyers and sellers were looking on Facebook and they saw that we were kind of hosting these masterminds, they would say, well, golly, they're kind of the leaders. We want them to list and help
bingo.
us. So
Yep.
so it's kind of twofold, and then creating those better relationships with local agents to hopefully bring them into our world and help them in the more of a long game.
So you started a local mastermind to obviously mastermind with other agents. I'm sure you get value from that as well.
Absolutely.
But also what I heard in that is the exposure of kind of being an authoritative figure.
Yeah.
Because you're the one hosting the mastermind in your market.
Yeah.
And of course, once you're in that setting, well, now that's when relationships are formed and you identify people that you'd want to be in business with.
Yeah, and it was great because we had realtors and I had team leaders there too. I mean, my direct competitor in our market that's like 2 miles from our location came to the mastermind.
And that's okay.
And I loved it. I thought it was great because, one, there's something to be said from collaborating from other people and getting those nuggets on what they do in their business. That's the setting to kind of do that. But just gaining trust in the community as well, I think is important.
When you do that, and that's obviously something we've done at the Glover Agency for years, the more people that you get to show up that are considered competitors, actually, the bigger it gets.
Yeah.
Because it shows other people that, oh, this is a safe space. This is an okay space. So actually setting an intention of going out and getting your biggest competitors is actually something that's going to help grow that.
Yeah.
So one of the things you said that you've also doubled down on and that you put a lot of emphasis in is your team's training calendar.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So for the training calendar, I thought it was important to, and this is a little bit of a nugget that I got from you guys, to have it be 3 months out, so that the agents could really figure out when, get it on their calendar,
Vacations,
get there, not put a showing on that time, and kind of make it a little bit more important.
3 months at a time is, by the way, trust me, we tried 12 months at a time.
No.
It's not, 3 months at a time is a fair amount.
That's perfect. Yeah. So we do a lot of skills-based training, but we also do a lot of case studies. So I thought that was really unique because you have the opportunity to take a situation and kind of case study it out. So we would say, here's a mock person. You're going to be Jeff Glover and you live here and give them a scenario and we would kind of mock out these case studies, and it was really great because it gave the agents an opportunity to kind of fall back into their default thing, like hey, did you call me and ask me if I was offering commission, whatever those unique things were. So a lot of that is on our training calendar. Which
are you recording these?
So some we record, some we don't. The case studies are kind of, you got to be a participating factor in it. But a lot of the other ones we either record, but we're a little old school with coming to the office, and
that's the way to be. Are you
like
kidding
that.
me? Old
so
school, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how, obviously before we met, you had a successful career and running a team, obviously. What is it that, if you're in this audience and I'm thinking, okay, I'm looking at the Glover U system, what are 1 or 2 things that you would say, you guys definitely take advantage of this, definitely take advantage of that? What is it that you've gotten most from our system?
The absolute most from, okay, so if I was you guys and I was sitting in there, I would say one-on-one coaching for me is just was a game changer. Yeah. So I think I told you on the phone, I'm the type of person that kind of sits back and watches for a while. Yeah. So I did that, because I was like, I want to make sure I'm in the right world.
I think that's smart.
And so it took me a little bit, probably longer than it should have, to make the decision to get in your world. Yeah. But so I wish I would have done that sooner. So if you're thinking about it, I would say probably just go ahead and do it. You'll figure the rest out later. It's definitely worth it. And so one-on-one coaching, and then listing mastery was wonderful. I mean, really everything. SLS we use in our business a lot. All of my agents go through SLS. Yep. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. That's the old name.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I loved SLS, by the way, but Alana hated it.
It's just quick to say. SLS. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
So Sales Rocket was wonderful. All of them have been value added.
Yeah, awesome. Well, it's really fun to see you grow.
Thank you.
And it's really fun to see all of you guys. There's a reason why you're up here. You guys earned the right to be on this stage. And let's hear it for our final panel.